Hello, welcome to Knitting Noodles. Knitting Noodle Podcast. I forget what episode this is. I think 4. If you've seen my videos before, you'll notice that I've had a rather drastic transformation. I just really needed a change, and this is the shortest I have ever gone. Little introduction. My name is Adira. I am 25, almost 26 years old, and I love knitting, and I have this YouTube channel, Knitting Noodles, as well as a shop where I sell baby items, which is Wolf Baby Boutique. Some exciting news is I have some patterns that I'm working on that I should have up as a listing soon, which will be at a discount rate. If you watch my videos, I'll have a little discount code if you want to look at it for half the price. We'll see about that though. It's an idea in my head, working on it. I have to see if it's good enough to even list first. Alright. Lately there's a lot that's been going on this past month. I took a little break from filming videos because I was feeling a little burnt out, and I was feeling, I guess, a little discouraged because, you know, growth is hard. So I decided to put a little bit more energy into my Etsy shop, and so far this year I have made 2 sales, which is not a crazy amount, but you know what, it's something, and I'm really happy and proud about that. But now I am going to be officially back to videos. I might not regularly do every week because life. But I do want to try to put more videos out there. Podcasts especially, I really enjoy doing this. I'll put more tutorials out for like more in-demand things. I know at one point I said I would do cabling, so that for sure is a future video, how to do cables. If you want me to do tutorials on anything else, let me know. I do not claim to be an expert by any means. I do have a little bit of experience, so I can try to teach some things. Otherwise, I'll probably be learning too. Alright, that out of the way, let's get right into some projects. We're gonna start off, well, let me start off by saying it has been a very productive month. There are 2 things that I finished that I sold, so I'll put a little picture of them up. And one thing actually that I made 2, messed up on the first one. Well, not messed up, I'll tell you when I get to that. But yeah, very productive, made a lot of things, done a lot of things. I've also bought a lot of things, so I broke my rule about not buying anything. I bought some stuff, quite a lot of stuff. Alright, we'll get to that when we get to it. First off, we'll start with projects that are on the needles. Now this, I have probably shown before, it is still on the needles. I haven't gotten around to working on it recently. I've been focused on adding some stuff to my shop. So this has gone on pause for the moment until I finish my current obsession. But this is these adorable leg warmers for my sister, who is an ice skater. I finished one of them. The inside is an absolute mess. I actually did a decent job of carrying the yarn, but there are some spots that I did have to cut, so I have to go back in and weave all of those in. It's not as bad as it could be though. Honestly, it's not that bad. And then I just have to go back in, and the cast off that I did, for some reason I thought at the beginning I had used a smaller needle, but I didn't, and so for the cast off I had switched to a smaller needle, but it's a lot too tight. Like, she can fit it on her leg, but it's too tight, so I have to go back in and just redo the cast off with the size 8 instead of the size 6, which I did. So I have to go back in with that, and then I have to finish this one, which honestly, it's a breeze to get through this. It's just, I've been working on other things. I absolutely love this color work. This is a marriage of two very modified patterns. The legging itself is I think it's pronounced Hyge. It's Hyggge, I think. Legging by Witchcraft Knits? Something with a witch. I ended up messing up and not doing, you can see there's like a little bit of bumping variegation there. This is supposed to be more checkered work. It's not supposed to just be, you see the dimples very regularly down. When I first read it, I messed up. This is supposed to be like variegated, like checkered work more with the little bumps. So I messed up, but I like how it looks with just the regular placed ones. So I'm keeping that. That's my modification of this. Also, the yarn that I used, I had to use bigger needles to get the right gauge. And I had to use the larger size for the pattern, even though my sister is very small. So yeah, I had to modify a few things, and then the color work is from a colorwork scarf, I believe by Church Mouse Knits. It basically is their pattern. It is very, very modified to be able to fit onto the amount of stitches that I had, but luckily I was able to modify it, and it looks super cool on this. Now, I don't know how it works for patterns. Like, I would love to publish this as my own pattern, but the fact that it is heavily inspired by two other patterns, I don't know. Both of them are free patterns, so I don't know if I'd even be able to like market this as my own, because technically it's taking pieces of two other ones. I don't know. If you know these things, let me know, because I would love to like share what I did, but I don't want to infringe on anyone else's pattern. But that is this. Other thing I was working on, I kind of got stopped because I ran out of yarn. I needed it for a different project, and yeah, I have to buy some more of it. This is a market bag. Do not remember who it was by. This was a spur of the moment cast on because me and my friends meet up every Saturday at a coffee shop and knit, she crochets, and chat, and I forgot the project that I was actually working on, so I had to improvise, and I found this pattern, casted it on. It's kind of complicated, way more complicated than I thought it was going to be. I have messed up so many times. I believe it is on this side, right? No, it's on the other side. Can see how wavy and bumpy it is from missed yarn overs, but I really want to finish it. It also is on the wrong size needle, but I figured I wanted to make a kid-sized one anyway, so I was alright with that. I just have to get another ball, and then it should be easy enough to finish it. If I can, you know, figure it out. Because there are some more advanced techniques. Like, I had to learn, basically on the spot, how to do a provisional cast on. No idea how I'm gonna pick up these stitches, or where, or the technique for the straps, but I'll get to it when I get to it. Okay. The other thing that I just cast on today is this. You can't tell that it's anything right now, but it is going to be a baby bonnet, and I have been on a baby bonnet kit. I absolutely love this pattern. Super duper simple, super easy. This is the Debutante set by Elizabeth something. I don't remember her name. I'll have it in the show notes underneath, or the description. But it's so cute. The straps are included in the pattern, which is actually really nice, so you don't have to worry about making I-cord or something at the end. Although you totally could do that. it's very easy to modify it to take that out. But I like including it. I think it's very, very nice to have it completely attached to it. So I cast one on in brown and this nice blue. This blue actually is one of the things that I've done this month, is I took one of my thrifted sweaters, I deep cleaned, washed it. I had to end up washing it like 5 times, and I took it apart. And so I am using this, since it is a very small gauge, held double with another yarn, which comes out for the right gauge for this pattern, to make basically a series of baby hats and other baby goods. So I have baby hats, I haven't made any yet because I ran out of the yarn, but baby booties, and I have baby pacifier clips, all made with different main colors, all held double with this sweater worth. And now another thing that I'm working on, not knitting, but this is another sweater that I'm taking apart right here. This one is 100% wool, I want to say. Oh, I have to find let me try to find the tag, because I want to say this one is merino. I could be wrong though. Let's see, where did that tag go? Oh, it came off. I forgot I had to rip it off. Somewhere on my work side. Let me go run and find that. Actually, I found the tag for the sweater. It's an Asian company, so it was made in China. There it is. The contents are 96% wool and 4% cashmere, which is a good mixture. I liked it. It is very soft. And it's actually taken apart really easy. I'm gonna have to do some tests with it to see if it's treated wool or not, to see if it felts. My guess is it's probably superwash wool. We'll see though. I have to test if it can felt. But that's all the things that I'm working on at the moment. And then for almost done projects that I have, I only have one right now. I finished it literally, I think last night, is another baby bonnet. I literally used, this is the very end of the pink, which stinks because I wanted to make a matching little pacifier clip, but I'm gonna have to buy some more. This is that recycled sweater, blue, and then the pink is a Pima cotton. I've never worked with Pima cotton before, but it's really soft and smooth and is really nice to work with. It is on the pricier side compared to like a regular cotton, but it definitely feels like it's more expensive. I still have to block this, sew it up, block it, but it's basically done. I have a few more things that are basically done, but I just haven't finished them still. Like the last episode, I think I had some scrunchies that I never sewed up, and I was looking through my stuff to bring to show what I still have to work on, and those scrunchies were still there. So this one is a fresh almost done. That's why it's being shown. And now for my actually completed projects. First one is this cutie. I was setting out to make a very rustic gingerbread shaped doll. Originally I was going to do a bear, but I thought a bunny would be very season appropriate and cute, and it actually turned out a lot cuter than I thought it would. Very easy to modify this to make it into a bear. Super nice beginner project. I did, for the border, you can see, I crocheted around the side. I don't know where I'm supposed to hold it with the camera facing away from me, but I single crocheted all around. You could just as easily just sew it together. I just liked a little extra little pop it added. So that's why I added it. And yeah, I figured since this is kind of an experiment too, this is entirely stuffed with scrap yarn. So instead of throwing out scraps, I collect them in little jars. And with this one, I used a full jar and a half of scraps. So that was a nice little way to use those scraps for something. But yeah, I don't know. He's cute, but also a little weird. It's a weird, cute kind of combo. I don't know. Let me know what you think. This was a pattern that I figured out myself, so I guess let me know if you like it, and maybe I'll share the pattern. Only if people are interested. I like calling him my cursed bunny. Alright, the other thing that I did was, I showed you part of it already, but I unraveled an entire sweater. A lot of yarn. It is very thin, on the thinner side. I'd say this is probably, it's between a 1 and a 2, I want to say. Very thin, so it's nice to hold double with something else. And I also learned through this process is that cotton, to repurpose cotton, it takes a lot more than to repurpose wool, because cotton is a lot easier. It almost absorbs more dirt. Wool repels a lot of dirt. It doesn't soak in as much nastiness as cotton. This literally took, I want to say 5 washes, and the water was still coming out dirty before the last wash, which mostly was clean, but some of the some of the dye was kind of leaching out, which made it hard to tell if it was still dirty or if it was just the dye. So yeah, this was a pain in the butt, but I finally got it finished. It feels fine. It was feeling sticky for a while, I guess because it kind of brought the dirt to the surface and just wasn't washing it away. I don't know, but we did it, completed. I have a lot of these. I should wind them into balls, but there's so many. I really don't want to go through that right now. Another fun project, keeping in the yarn theme, is I dyed my very first skein of yarn. Look how gorgeous that color is. I hope it's coming up well on camera. But it's almost like this purplish gray. But it is like variegated a bit. There's a few more purplish, a few more gray, a little bit of blue. This was supposed to be blue. I dyed this with black grape skins. But I actually love the color that it came with. I also treated it, so you have to pre-treat wool. I'm not sure with cotton if you also have to do it, but for wool at least you have to pre-treat in a mordant, which allows the pigment to kind of bind with the wool, because it doesn't stain it. It almost like a mordant acts as a go-between to bond it to the fibers. So I mordanted it with a alum, because that is food safe. I want to try to do as like chemical free as possible. So alum salt is actually a pickling salt, so I was comfortable using that. And then I also was looking into it, and cream of tartar can be used as, there's a specific term for it, but it can almost change the dye a little bit. It adjusts the color. So I did also go in with some cream of tartar in the mordant bath, so that could be why it turned it a little bit gray. I'd have to do a few more tests to see, but I absolutely love the way it came out. And I have to get more. This is a 85, I think 85 wool and 15. Does that add up? 85? Yes. 85 wool and 15 silk. So it feels so nice, and it is superwash treated, so it's not gonna shrink in the wash. But yeah, there's that, and I have 2 more dye baths going right now that I'll probably do another round of dyeing. I've looked into a little bit, and you can use store-bought like white yarns, so I might do that to try it out. That I specifically bought as an undyed skein, so I'll have to see if it makes a difference, whether it's, you know, bleached versus undyed. And then I want to see the difference between superwash, which that one was superwash, and then the ones that I have are not superwash. So I want to see if maybe the not superwash ones absorb color better. But yeah, that's it for yarn, and then into some super cute stuff. The bonnets I've been obsessed with. I made a modification, and just in time for spring, I've made some super cute bunny bonnets. These are unfortunately on the heavier side because I really wanted that double-sided. So this is more of like a photo shoot hat. This is not a wear around all the time hat. I probably could make a wear all the time hat. You wouldn't have that cute little white through. It would just be that blue, which I think still would be nice. I'll probably offer that as an option on the Etsy shop, but I just thought that was super cute for like a little newborn photo shoot. This is size 0 to 3 months. Super cute. I just have it on this to kind of show what it looks like. These I still have to block, so hopefully blocking makes it a little bit, you know, nicer shaped, stops some of the curling on the bottom that's happening. But I made one in blue, and I did one in pink. So we got a little boy one and a little girl one. Starting off with those 2 colors because the ears took me so long. If I am only doing one side though, it'll be a lot easier. But yeah, they are very heavy. I think I weighed it and it's about 4 or 5 ounces. So not a wear all the time hat for an itty bitty baby, but it will get some very cute photos. Laying down, of course, because you don't want the cords thickening into their neck. So I thought that would be cute as a photo shoot hat. And then I have this nice blue bonnet, plain blue. Then I have, basically I'm making a series of hats. So I've shown the last one, I made a red and it was like a lavender purple. I thought it was pink at the time. So I have that one. I have the pink one that I have to sew up. And then I have a blue one, and I thought I have to make it fair. So 2 colors for the boys, 2 colors for the girls. So that's why I'm doing the brown and blue one that I showed you that's still in the needles. So yeah, those 2 are the boy colors. I absolutely love this though, the color combo. And this is a blue of that Pima cotton. It's so nice and soft. It's really nice. And then I have these baby booties. I really like this pattern. I had to modify it a little bit to get it to the right size because I felt like the leg part was a little bit too loose too tight the first time I made it. And also I felt like the booty itself was too small. So I kept the same yarn and went up a needle size. Do not remember what the pattern I used was. I have it somewhere. But look how cute those are. And they go with the bonnet that I have. I want to make it for the other colors, the blue and the pink. but I ran out of the yarn, so I have to make a trip to the craft store to buy some more of those. So that's the booties. I'm planning on making it to match each hat. And then I also have these, which are matching each hat. I ran out of the pink, so I can't make a pink one right now. But this is a really nice macrame pattern that I found. And actually macrame pacifier clips are fairly easy to follow. I was trying to make the loops the same size, but it did not work out. I have some history with macrame though, so that probably helped me out a bit. But once you get familiar with the pattern, it's actually pretty easy. But yeah, these are super cute, and they go with the bonnet, so imagine a little set. We got the hat, we got the pacifier clip, and then once I can get more of the yarn, we'll have little booties as well. It's so cute. So really excited for that. Again, all the stuff needs blocking before I can list it. But yes, that is all the stuff I'm working on right now. Some future plans that I have. I really, really, really need to get into ducks, because I've told myself I'm making ducks, and I haven't made the ducks yet. So that's the next thing on my list, is ducks. I have a very long list. And then I also have some stuff and supplies for making some more things to add on to my list. So another thing that I want to make is baby bibs. I bought a bunch of discounted cloth, and I want to make like a patchwork baby bib type thing. What else? We have bib, I need more of the pacifier clips, I need more of the booties, I want to make duckies, I want to make bunnies, maybe a few like this one, and a few more like little balls with ears, because those little squishies are very cute right now, and popular right now. I need to make a lot more of those hair scrunchies, because the first craft fair we're doing is right around Mother's Day. So we want to have a few things that we can market as like mommy and me things. So have to do more of that. And I think those are top of my list right now. I literally have a list like this long of stuff that I need to make. But let me get into some of the stuff that I bought, because I severely broke my promise of not buying anything. I won't even make excuses. There isn't really an excuse. Joann's by me, two of their locations were closing down, and they're combining in a new store, so all of their stuff was severely discounted. So I got almost half off of my order from how much everything was discounted. I think the girl who's ringing us up also, did us a favor, because it looked like way too much. But I want to say I got 3 of these. I'll find it as I'm digging through this. But this was such a nice color. I've never seen this color of Peyton's before. Some nice future felted things, maybe some baby booties, we'll see. I just loved that mustardy color. Very cute. And then let me show you the cloth that I got. So these were they're like extra bolts. So these are normally discounted, and then there was the store closing discount on top of it. So I just thought, these are all 100% cotton, so I thought a quilt, like patchwork quilt type thing, would be really cute with these color combos. I was thinking this would be the patchwork part, and then this would be the back, because there's more of this. And I also just thought those were really fun together. So that's something I want to get into. why I bought them. I found another one of the mustard colors. Let me just bring the whole bag up here. I got another one of the cloths. This was a really fun, funky color to add in there. This was a Hobby Lobby purchase, but chunky, hand dyed. It feels so nice, and it was 30% off, so I had to get it, along with all the Pima cottons that I got for the bonnets. Alright, so these I got a bunch of, because my idea was these are off-white. They're not completely bleached. This is more of a natural color. It's called Ecru. These are the bigger balls of the sugar and cream. But the idea is these are more natural, so they should be able to dye easier. And I haven't worked with cotton before, so these were my trial runs that I might use. I have to look into how to dye with cotton some more, because I don't know if the mortising process is the same, or if I can use the same dyes. So I bought these 3 for dyeing purposes to experiment with cotton. Next up, we have these gorgeous blue ones. Again, Peyton's. I've never seen this navy blue, so of course I had to get it because it's so nice. I think there was only 2, that's why I only got 2 of them. But look how pretty that is. And then with the mustard, so nice. I have to do a project that combines them. And then, let's see, what else do we have in here? These 2 were kind of whim purchases. I thought they would look so cute on like a little teething toy. It's the right texture for a teething toy. This is Peyton's again, but this is linen. It's 65% cotton, 35% linen. It is a very fine gauge, but because of the roughness and almost cord-likeness of it, teething toys would be really nice with this because it has some bite to it. And it just feels, I like a little bit of texture. These were a little on the pricier side though, so that's why I only got 2. But that's my plan for those. Everything I kind of bought with the plan. So for a reason. This, I only got 1 of these. I'm pretty sure there only was 1 of these. But again, I haven't really seen this color gray either. So I had to get it. I just love the feel of the untreated wool. It's just so soft. I know it's not for everyone, but oh, I love it. But a nice gray. And then the last 2 things I bought were both fisherman's wool. I made the mistake once of getting the speckled one, and the speckled one is weird. It's like 97% wool and then 3% other. It doesn't even list what the speckles are. So this gray one, really nice. It has the same feel as the Peyton's. I'd say a tiny bit on the rougher side, but it is 100% wool. Perfect for felting stuff. It does felt, it's not treated. And yeah, I got one in gray. This had no plan to it. And then one in a more natural tone. This one I was thinking of doing dyeing with. What is it? Oatmeal. I don't think they had a white one, otherwise I would have gotten a white one as well. But I might try dyeing with this, because right now I have 2 brown colors that I'm trying out. So I have looked into dyeing with avocado skins, which is supposed to be like a brownish pinky color. And then I haven't seen it, but I wanted to try out coffee grinds to see if that made a nice color or if it even worked at all. So I'm trying out both of those. So I think I'll try it with this to see if it makes a nice color. because I feel like if it has a base of almost like a little brownish gray, it might take the brown color a little better. I'll try it with both because I have a white wool as well. So I'll do white and the oatmeal base to see if one absorbs color better than the other. But that is almost all my acquisitions. Let me put this down. I did buy a lot of things for my business, so I'll kind of include that. I got a whole bunch of ribbons. Some of these I already had. Basically just these. The rest of these I added. They're all like cotton, and I think one has linen in it. I wanted to go more natural with the ribbons because these are all polyester, so I wanted to include some natural ribbon options in there. I also picked up a different color ink because I only had a red one. This archival ink is great for if you're making your own stickers, like thank you stickers, which saves a lot of money if you do that. Also for business, I'll show you like this. I make my own stickers with the business logo on them. That type of thing. This is really nice because archival ink is waterproof. So you stick it on packaging as it's going out and it's not going to smear even if it gets wet. So this is the other news, is that I changed my logo for my business. I think it looks very cute. My friend did it for me. But that's my new logo for that. I still have to do that for my channel because I feel like the logo is a little outdated and we have to update it a little bit. But yeah, I think that's it for the knitting portion of news. Oh, I said I would talk about the items that I made, but I got sent out. So the first one that got ordered was off of a TikTok video that I made. It was one of the small bears. I'll insert a little picture. That they bought that I think mid-February, and then the beginning of this month, someone bought a cat toy actually off of an ad, which was really exciting. Which is one of the organic catnip mice that I make. And funny story is I had that finished. It was like, I finished it in a day. Fastest I've ever gotten anything done. Body was finished, tail was finished. I had one ear on and then I crashed. I couldn't do any more. So I made the mistake of leaving it out on my desk. Now I have 2 cats. And I don't know which one did it, but they came into my room. Usually the door is locked. I think one of us forgot to lock the door. And they came in and stole the mouse right off my desk and tore it up. I think I put too much catnip in there because they were like, it looked like they had been digging to try to get to it. So I was very displeased with them, but it did help me modify the pattern. I ended up holding double for yarn, that way it held together a little bit better. Strengthened it a little bit. I put less catnip, so there wasn't as much of a frenzy to dig into its guts. And I also held double and used different yarns for the tail and ears because it looked like in one bite they had taken the tail apart. So that helped me modify the pattern a little bit. So my phone ended up dying, so it cut me off a little bit. I think I went through everything I really wanted to. I just wanted to check in with everyone else. If you would be interested in the yarn that I showed that I dyed, that nice grayish purple number, I'm looking into dyeing more. I just want to see if naturally dyed yarn would be something people would be into or interested in, so I can focus more energy on that. So let me know down below if that's something, I don't know, that appeals to you. Just let me know for that, and then any colors, I guess, That would be nicer with naturally dyed yarn. And I'll see if I can figure something out. But yeah, I will see everyone next month for the next podcast, and hopefully next week for a regularly scheduled video. I'm going to try to keep on schedule, but I'm not going to really hold myself to it just in case life gets in the way. So yeah,